Good afternoon, everybody. This is actually Steven from Wiwynn, and I'm going to be on the stage talking about our open with technology building blocks. And first of all, my name is Steven, and it's very nice to see you all, especially after 3 years of pandemic. Finally, we can actually all leave that behind and can focus on the technology and innovation. And for those of you who knows about Wiwynn, thank you very much, and we really appreciate the long-term partnership that we have. So I want to actually first take a few minutes to talk about who we are. Again, as I mentioned, some of you may have already know Wiwynn for a while, and then for that, thank you, and then we really value the long-term partnership that we have. So Wiwynn, we are an innovative IT infrastructure solution provider from cloud to edge. So we aggressively seek for solutions in the next generation of technologies to optimize the workload and the best TCO. We are headquartered in Taipei, Taiwan, and we have the worldwide footprint. Now, one of the things that's I like to very excitedly share with everybody over here is that until the third quarter of 2022, this year, we have already shipped more than 35,000, not servers, but racks worldwide. So we have shipped 35,000 racks worldwide, and then we provide the turnkey solutions from cloud to edge. So before I do that, sorry about that, before I do that, I know this is afternoon 3 o'clock. Some of you might actually have kind of food coma in the afternoon. So here I want to actually show you a very exciting video. Hope to keep everybody awake.
In a time of rapid changes, AI leads the physical and virtual world's progress. Along with the maturing cloud technology, Wiwynn is building the foundation for edge applications. A computing platform with pervasive performance enables the power of forward-looking, bringing new possibilities for IT infrastructures.
Wiwynn, your best choice for workload optimization and TCO.
So you might ask, hey, Wiwynn, this is a server company, and how is it related to this video? So what I want to actually present over here is that no, you don't. It's not right. We are not a server company. We actually are presenting over here that we are sharing with the whole industry, with our friends and the customers and partners. We have the technology new building blocks. Okay, so what does that mean? In the OEM direct world, we actually provide all the pre-developed, pre-tuned, optimized technology building blocks that can better fit for the customer's needs, for your workloads. And so it's actually optimized the workload with the best TCO. So over here, I actually want to share with you the 6 biggest building block that we have in the year 2012. So the first building block that we have is the building block with the platform technologies. Now, everybody makes Intel, AMD servers. So why is this building block? So we basically make the platform with half-width motherboard and full-width motherboard with both Intel and AMD generation of the products. Then go beyond that, we have, if you actually attend the keynote this morning, we actually have a very close partnership with Ampere. So we also make the Ampere ARM platform. And then beyond that, we also make the OAM, the GPU platforms with the Habana, Intel Habana. So we have the first building block is the technology building blocks. Now, with all those motherboard technology building blocks, we can virtually combine and shift around and then can support any kind of form factors, 1U, 2U, 4U, with any different kind of applications. Now, the next technology building block we have is about the server, is about the DC Busbar building block. Now, I did mention that we shipped 35,000 racks in the first 3 quarters of this year. Now, I want to actually share with you more than 95% of those 35,000 racks are the DC Busbar racks. So it actually goes with, I'm very excited that Meta actually shared with the spec of the contribution for the ORV3. And then we're part of that kind of ORV3 partnerships. So we shipped the the rack with the 19-inch and 21-inch and 12-volt and 48-volt DC bus bar. So we are very, very experienced about the DC bus bar. So the second technology building block that we have is the 12-volt and the 48-volt DC bus bar building block. Now the third building block that we have is about the firmware. Now once if you have the motherboard, you have the rack. Now the very, very important thing to make everything work is about the firmware. Not only we have a very, very solid and very stable AMI firmware, we also invest a lot into the open firmware. So our open firmware actually passed generic BIOS test plan with more than 90%. And then we also support SM BIOS and IPMI features. So our open system architecture, open system firmware is actually very, very stable and field proven. Now the fourth building block that we have is about the DC SCM. Now you probably heard about the DC SCM in today's keynote as well, the DC SCM 2.0. We have DC SCM actually implemented into single socket and dual socket platforms we have. So we actually have already very, very long invested into the technology, into the DC SCM, going through the DC SCI interface. Now, very interesting is about the fifth technology building block is about the advanced memory technologies. Here, actually, we actually invest a lot into the Compute Express Link, which is the CXL Technologies. We actually partner with a lot of partners, but a very, very important partner we have is with the Astera Labs. So we actually partner with them and make sure that our firmware and the next generation platforms all actually works with the Astera Labs CXL module perfectly and seamlessly. And then, we focus on those firmware with the rest, with the reliability, availability, and the serviceability. Now, the next technology building block, which is the sixth technology building block we have, is about the advanced cooling. Not only we have the air cool, we also have the liquid cool, and we have the cold plate, and very important thing, we have the immersion cooling. Now, if you stop by our booth, you're gonna see actually a box actually full of bubble. Looks like something is boiling with our motherboard in there. Yes, and that is one of our immersion cooling tanks that we partner with Liquid Stack. Not only the Liquid Stack, on the top left corner, you will actually see a white immersion cooling tank that we have. This is actually a production tank. We actually are right now shipping with a mega scale cloud customers, and it's in our factory actually in the production stage. Now, this is actually the immersion cooling for cloud. What about the immersion cooling for edge? We also have that. So we have the two-phase immersion cooling for the edge device. So we have the six technology building blocks, from air cooling to liquid cooling to cold plate cooling to the completely immersion coolings. So that is the sixth technology building block that we have with the advanced cooling. So with all those technology building blocks, if you go to our booth, you actually see a lot of servers. Again, those are servers. But those servers are not, we want to actually promote and try to actually say, hey, you should buy these servers. That's not the point. Those are the servers we're actually proven to show it to all our partners and customers and our friends. Those are actually the products of all the combination of all those technology building blocks that I mentioned earlier. So, for example, like the Open BMC, Open RMC, the Open Firmware, over there, we actually have multiple platforms like SV700, 7100 G4, and the SV7100 G4, which support the open system firmware. So all the servers over there are a combination of all those technology building blocks that were fine-tuned, tailor-made, and the best fit for a lot of our existing customers. And those are the showcase. So at the end of the day, we believe the best way that we can work with you in an ODM direct model is that we understand your workload, and then based on all those technology building blocks, then we come out with a fully optimized, the best solution for your workload. Now here is our booth. Our booth is right at that corner. There is a lot of people squeezing over there, but we also have around more than 20 people answer your questions. Again, we don't stop at 6 technology building blocks. Actually, those are the technology building blocks that we have available today. In fact, we are continuing developing more and more technology building blocks, and then we'll be more than happy to talk with you. So in addition to the booth, we also have the Engineering Experience Center. We actually have a meeting room, and we have multiple sections over there. So here is the rundown of all of our sections that, again, we're here to work with you with all those technology building blocks, with all our technical expertise. We'd like to work with you as a friend, as a partner, and looking forward to actually customize a perfect solution for your application. Thank you.